Welcome to the Capital Area School Development Association Virtual College Fair, and thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are both off, so the panelists cannot see nor hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/CASDANY. I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter now. So if our representative from SUNY Morrisville could join us, please.
Hello, let me start my timer here. My name is Lisa Godfrey. I am with SUNY Morrisville, and I'm going to present my screen here. Okay, so this is SUNY Morrisville. We are located in the center of the state of New York. We do have a branch campus in Norwich, New York, which is about 45 minutes south of Morrisville. Our enrollment is just short of 3,000 students. We're in a really rural setting, small little town, small college, 55 plus degree programs, and our student to ratio faculty is really small. Very personalized, very one-on-one. We've got about 40 student clubs and organizations. All right, so a few of our academic programs within these different fields. We're known for agriculture. Within SUNY, we are one of the ag and tech colleges. So a lot of our programs are very hands-on, and you'll hear me say that. So some of our areas of study are agriculture, automotive, business, computer and informatics, design and engineering, equine, environmental conservation and renewable energy, health and human development, hospitality, and professional studies. As I had said, everything is applied learning. You are, there's a lot of different lab opportunities. You're out in the field, you are doing hands-on stuff. You're working with clients, you're working out in the field, putting your theory to practice and learning by doing. We are a living classroom. As you can see in the pictures, the students are installing solar panels for alternative energy. The students are also working in the greenhouses with producing vegetables and fruits and trying to extend our growing seasons. We offer strong internships that expose students to industry standards. And most of our majors require students to have an internship. And I will say one thing about Morrisville, we have associate degrees and bachelor's degrees, which is definitely an advantage because there's a lot of opportunity there, whether you want an associate's degree or you want to continue with a bachelor's degree. Expert faculty, we have, they have many years of experience within their field. They're dedicated to the students. They know who all of our students are. And they really become family. With being such a small college, the students really get to know who their faculty are, which is really helpful. And our faculty have a lot of experience out in their field in connecting these students to employment and internship opportunities. What's next for Morrisville? We are really making the campus beautiful. We've put all new underground piping, and above ground there's all new sidewalks. And we've just gotten rid of just about all of our snow. So pretty soon the flowers will be showing up, and you'll see the campus is beautiful. We're in the process of building an alternative fuels building. So that's projected to be done by this fall. And some new areas of study, including food and agribusiness, a master's degree, our first master's degree, human services, bachelor's of professional studies, agriculture science, bachelor's of technology, and gaming program, bachelor's of technology. Campus life, we have 10 residence halls on campus, from singles, doubles to apartment style housing. And we have a wide variety of different areas to eat on campus: cafe style, food court style, restaurant style, coffee shop, convenience stores, you name it, we got it. Athletics, NCAA Division III athletics. We have a lot of different athletic fields, and 2 gymnasiums. We've got a couple ice skating rinks as well. So we have a lot of athletes on campus as well. Student activities for the small town that we're in, we have a ton of clubs and organizations that we offer here on campus, including comedians and movies and mall trips. Now, granted, this is all a little different because we're still in COVID, but as we start to go into the future, we're really hoping to bring a lot of these campus activities back. Right now, our campus activities are virtual, but starting in the fall, hopefully we can start to bring some of these concerts back. And I think that gave me about 30 seconds left for time. So I can tell you a little bit about me. I have been with Morrisville for about 15 years now. And I love it here. It's very personable and it's very one-on-one. It's a small town and we're very diverse for where we are. We have students that come from, you know, rural and urban areas, as well as other countries and states. So thank you. And I think my time might be up.
Thank you so much, Lisa, for talking to us a little bit about SUNY Morrisville. So next up, we have our presenter from SUNY Fulton-Montgomery Community College.
Hi, everybody. My name is Dan Fogarty. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at Fulton-Montgomery Community College. And I am happy to go over our program here with you. Again, Fulton-Montgomery, we're located just to the west of the main capital region. So I know a lot of you are in the capital region here, and we are located about 20 minutes west of Schenectady, half an hour west of Albany, and about 35 minutes or so west of Ballston Spa. So to give you an idea of that we are very much commutable in the capital region. This is a list of our programs here. Many will stand out to you as some of the most popular, but we have a lot of niche programs too within our health professions, including our nursing and our radiologic technology programs, and including many of our tech programs. So if you don't see a major that you're interested in, the nice thing is at a 2-year college, we have a track for that. So we can help get you to that next step of a bachelor's degree. We have a lot of students who go right into the career and workforce as well too. So let me jump into my PowerPoint here. So you've got a lot of choices here, and you've got a lot of great ones here in this chat because we're all part of SUNY. So we are a part of SUNY. So we are an FM. We are a community college of the State University of New York. You saw our programs that we had listed, and we are a very small, one of the smallest community colleges in the state. So in a very good student to faculty ratio. As a community college, we operate on rolling admissions, which means you can apply now, you can apply tomorrow. We're gonna take your application in and get you accepted with your high school diploma or your GED. We do have exceptions with some of those programs that are listed below, the nursing and the radiologic technology. Shoot us a chat or a Q&A and I can send you more information on those programs. And also feel free to use the chat or a Q&A to just let us know where you're from in the capital region. That'd be nice to see where all of you are from. We have a lot of new things going on. We have the best retention rate of the community colleges in the capital region. So we don't want to just get you in. We want you to do well while you're here. So we have great academic coaching and tutoring with our new academic success initiatives, 2 new programs in computer networking and entertainment technology, FM flex mode. So mixing how you take classes, which we're all used to this year, our certified recovery peer advocate. So think chemical abuse counseling and think those chemical abuse counselors, right? So we're updating that program as well as our science labs. We have superior student services. So again, even though we're a small school, we have a lot of help and support while you are here. And on top of these, even within our grant funded programs. Athletics, I know a lot of people enjoy playing sports, and hopefully some of you do as well. We're doing very, very well in a lot of these over the last recent years. So these are what we offer for men's: basketball, baseball, bowling, cross country, golf, and soccer. And then this is what we offer for women as well too. So basketball, bowling, cross country, golf, soccer, softball, and volleyball. And we're going to be adding this upcoming fall. We're going to be just announced last week. We're going to be having an esports team. So I know a lot of teams are getting that, and you'll probably hear more about it later in these presentations from other schools, but that's becoming very popular. You know, it's not just an activity, although we have a lot of these activities now, real sports. So whatever you do in high school, we're happy to have you do here and help you along the way. So our clubs will help and assist you with having that extracurricular side. You can help plan events or take part in intramurals or even volunteer work, which is very popular at this stage. And a good way to separate yourself on a resume too. A lot of people have volunteer work. So there's a little tip. For the Raider Trader College stores, our new bookstore, and we have our new eateries on campus as well too. Union Station's X Kitchen and our Raiders Cove, which is our sports grilling cafe. So these will all reopen in the fall and be ready to serve you. Our cost of attendance this year, as you can see for the semester, $2,500 for the year, $5,400 with the fees and books built into that. So very cost friendly, one of the cheapest in the state. And of course, if you are commuting, you know, that can be a benefit. So a lot of our students receive financial aid, and we like to just put this up because $9.2 million for a small school like us is a lot of aid to be awarded. So, and a lot of that is grants and scholarships and work study, which is what you don't have to pay back. So again, small school, small atmosphere. We're going to help you one-on-one get through everything and get those classes scheduled and go from there. I probably was I never sharing? So, all right, at least you guys got to hear from me as well too. But if you run into any other questions, feel free to send me anything in the chat. We can go from there. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Daniel. And again, folks, that was SUNY Fulton-Montgomery Community College. Next up, we have SUNY Farmingdale State College.
Hello, everyone. My name is Scott Davidson. I'm an admissions advisor at Farmingdale State College. I'm very happy to be here. I'm going to share my screen if you give me one moment. All right. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Thank you. All right. 1 second. So welcome to Farmingdale State College. We have a little over 10,000 students at Farmingdale. We are considered a technology college within the SUNY system. We're located about 45 minutes east of Manhattan. We're very close to the train station, about a 5-minute drive to the Farmingdale town where our train station is located. And a lot of students will take the train from Farmingdale to New York City for internship opportunities, for leisure. We have 44 undergraduate programs. We have actually a master's degree program in technology management, which is a continuation of mechanical engineering. We have very small class sizes at Farmingdale, 19:1 student to faculty ratio. And we were founded in 1912 as an agricultural school. But as the area around Farmingdale developed with it. And we've become now more of a technology college. Focused on the STEM programs, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. In our School of Arts and Sciences, we have applied mathematics, applied psychology, bioscience, criminal justice, police courts and corrections, which is a new program, criminal justice, law enforcement, geographical information systems, liberal arts and sciences, professional communication, and science, technology, and society. In our School of Business, we have applied economics, business analytics, business management, computer programming and information systems, computer science, general horticulture, which is a tie from our roots, which were agricultural based. We have global business management, horticulture, technology management, interaction design, very new, cool major that works with applications and designing software, landscape development, and sport management and visual communications. Our School of Engineering Technology is our largest school. We are a technology college in the SUNY system. We have aeronautical science, professional pilot, very competitive program, but really awesome. We have our own airport located very close to campus. We have architectural engineering technology, automotive tech, aviation administration, civil engineering technology, computer science, security technology, construction management engineering tech, criminal justice, electrical engineering, industrial technology, facility management, manufacturing, mechanical, security systems, and then, like I was talking about earlier, technology management, which is a continuation of mechanical engineering. In our School of Health Sciences, we have applied gerontology, dental hygiene, health promotion and wellness, medical laboratory science, nursing, and nutrition science. Nursing and dental hygiene are our most competitive programs at Farmingdale. We only admit so many students into each program. So if you are interested in either one of these programs, we do have virtual information sessions Mondays at 3 o'clock on our website. You can register for that. For nursing, and then every other Wednesday for dental hygiene at 3 o'clock. So if you are interested in those programs, definitely want to attend one of our virtual information sessions. As far as student support services, we have academic advisement information center, similar to what your guidance counselor would do in a high school setting, making sure that you're on track to graduate. We have campus mental health services, disability services, health and wellness center, math learning center, modern languages center, and Nexus Center for Applied Learning and Career. We have pre-health professions advisement for students that are looking to go on to med school. We have a bioscience major that's really good for taking all the prerequisites that you need to get into a med school. We have study abroad programs, tutoring center, writing center, and a veteran affairs office. We have over 70 clubs and organizations at Farmingdale, academic, cultural, religious, performing arts. If there's a club that we don't have that you want, you can actually start your own club by getting 10 signatures or more. And then you've already created a club. We have esports, which we actually have a dedicated building at Farmingdale called Conklin Hall. And that houses our esports teams. There's a game room. It's a student-centered building. And it's really cool. If you get a chance to visit Farmingdale, definitely want to check out Conklin Hall. We have intramural sports, fitness group, and exercise classes, a fit lab, weight room. We have 5 fraternities and 4 sororities on campus that do a lot of philanthropic work. And they're really great for networking if you want to get into some, help with job opportunities. We have a Division III athletic program like most SUNY schools. Baseball, basketball, cross country, golf, lacrosse, soccer, tennis, track, indoor and outdoor. If you are interested in becoming an athlete for Farmingdale, all of our coaches' information is on our website. You can go onto the website and reach out to the coach if you are interested in playing. But we are Division III. Tuition and fees were very affordable, about $8,000 a year with fees for in-state residents, and with room and board, it's an $18,000 for. Or $21,000 for in-state residents. So it's very affordable, $4,000 a semester. And we do offer scholarship opportunities on our website, as well as merit-based scholarships if you complete a scholarship survey. If you are ready to apply, you can apply on our website. You can either apply using the SUNY application or the common application. It's a $50 application fee for both. And we just require the high school transcript. Farmingdale is SAT, ACT optional. Here's my information. If you want to take a picture of this slide, I'm available Monday through Friday to answer any questions that you have. There's my email address, but we're always readily available to help you out. And I'm happy to be here. And if you have any questions for us, definitely let us know.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. And again, folks, that was SUNY Farmingdale State College. Next up, we have SUNY Delhi.
Hello, everybody. Just bear with me as I bring up the presentation. So my name is Abigail. I'm an admissions counselor here at SUNY Delhi. In this brief presentation, I'm going to go over Delhi's location, some fast facts. I will provide some information on our academic offerings, as well as an overview of our admissions process. And I'll conclude discussing a little bit about student life and athletics. Now, at SUNY Delhi's campus, it consists of our main campus with our main academic buildings and residence halls. We also have a Lower Valley campus with a farm. In addition to this, we have a campus golf course, and on this golf course, we have a restaurant. Now, this farm, golf course, and restaurant are all essentially learning laboratories for our students. So they definitely spend a lot of time there. In terms of location of Delhi, as you can see from the map provided, we're just under 2 hours from Albany, about 3 hours from New York City, and about 2.5 from Syracuse. Now here at Delhi, we have just over 50 academic programs consisting of associate, bachelor, and graduate programs. Regardless of which one you are involved in, we have about a 15-to-1 student faculty ratio, so fairly small class size, provide students with the opportunity to really get to know their instructors as well as their peers. On campus, we have 6 different residence halls and college townhouses off campus. In each of our residence halls, we do have special interest communities that provide students with academic, cultural, and social programming. On campus, we have several eateries. We have something called the McDonald Dining Center, which is essentially an all-you-can-eat buffet. We have a Barnes & Noble cafe featuring Starbucks. We have Farrell Commons in our community center, which provides different stations of food, Italian cuisine, Mexican cuisine, and so forth. And then we have something called Treat Street. And Treat Street essentially provides everything sweet you could think of. Now to shift more to our academic side of things, each of our academic schools is listed here on the page. Within each of these schools, we have both 2-year and 4-year programs. As I mentioned earlier, lots of applied hands-on learning. So everything you're studying, you're also doing. Some popular programs at Delhi include nursing, vet science, culinary, hospitality, and cyber operations management. If there's a particular program you're interested in, I do encourage you to visit our webpage. If you go to majors and programs, select the program you're interested in. On the right-hand side, you will see a hyperlink called Course and Program Details. If you click on this, it provides a full breakdown of all the classes you will take as well as their description. So it really gives you a good idea as to what to anticipate from a program. As I mentioned earlier, that applied learning, you'll do it with working with the animals, clinicals, or even working in our cybersecurity lab. Now to talk more about the admissions process, we do accept the SUNY app, the common application. We don't have a preference, whichever one is most easy for you. For our bachelor programs, this is our 4-year programs and not including our nursing program. We're going to be looking at your Regents coursework and your overall GPA. SAT, ACT scores are optional, and we are rolling admissions. And what essentially this means is we continue reviewing until that program's full, and we don't have a set specific deadline. On the other hand, our nursing, both our 2-year and our 4-year, and our vet science, they have similar requirements in terms of GPA, Regents coursework. However, we do have deadlines for these programs. December 1st, which is early action, and February 1st, which is regular decision. Now, if you meet the minimum requirements for these programs, it doesn't necessarily guarantee admission because in essence, you are competing against your peers with those deadlines. And for the nursing and vet science, there's going to be a little bit more of an emphasis on your math and science coursework while in high school. Now for our associate programs, which are the 2-year programs, not including nursing and vet sci again, we'll be looking at the Regents coursework, we'll be looking at your overall GPA, and rolling admissions again. SAT, ACT scores are optional. Now, if you did take one of these exams or you plan to, please still send us these scores. It can help us evaluate you for merit-based scholarships. If you didn't take either of these or you don't plan to, not a problem. We'll look at your junior year coursework and Regents grade to evaluate you for these merit-based scholarships. Now, there's nothing that students need to do to apply for merit-based scholarships specifically. We'll simply refer you to the scholarship committee based on the academics we see on your transcript. If you don't qualify for a merit-based scholarship, that's not a problem at all. Once you've paid your deposit with us and you apply to Delhi, once you pay your deposit, you've committed to us, there's a number of scholarships you can apply to specifically through Delhi College. So there's a lot of different options you have for scholarships. Now to shift more to student life and athletics, we have a department on campus that is specifically dedicated towards providing programming for our students. We have over 60 clubs and organizations. We have 16 recognized fraternities and sororities, and we are D3 in athletics with the 19 sports offered. We do have a year-round intramural program if you are interested in playing, but you don't want to compete at the collegiate level. If you are interested in becoming a student athlete, I do encourage encourage you to fill out the Recruit Me tab on our athletics page. You just select the sport of interest, you put in some information, and it gets sent to the coach. And you can start that relationship with the coach at the D3 level anytime. We do have a service called Bronco Connect. It's an online website that allows students to search all of the events happening on campus, register for them, and also get involved with programs to see what is offered on campus. We are providing in-person tours at Delhi Monday through Friday, twice a day. So if you are interested in visiting campus, that is an option for you. We also have we have a virtual tour offered on our website, and then we have a number of virtual events where you can connect with fellow SUNY Delhi students, and you can also meet with department professors as well. If you have any additional questions, please take down my contact information provided here on the screen. I would be happy to help and send any supplemental information your way. Thank you.
Thank you, Abigail, for talking to us a little bit more about what is available at SUNY Delhi. Before we move on to our last institution, I do want to remind our audience that right now is a great time for you to use the Q&A feature and ask the colleges questions that you have. So feel comfortable to use that, and they'll get back to you as soon as possible. And with that being said, I'd like to introduce our last school, who is SUNY Cortland. So if our representative could join us, awesome. The floor is yours, Kim.
Awesome, thank you. Bear with me as I share my screen. All right, so you all should be able to see my PowerPoint right now. Hi, my name is Kim Armorowski, and I'm an admissions advisor here at SUNY Cortland. Some quick information about Cortland is that we are located in central New York. We're roughly 45 minutes from Syracuse, Binghamton, and Ithaca. We're a medium-sized public institution with a total enrollment close to 6,800 students. We have students represented from 34 different states and 47 different countries. In the fall of 2019, we took in close to 1,200 first-year students and about 630 transfer students. That number tends to be pretty consistent each year for us here at SUNY Cortland. Our average class size is about 23 to 25 students. That number is very specific and very true for our major specific courses, but we do also offer lecture styled classrooms. So our largest classroom on campus, it holds 300 students. Our student to faculty ratio is 15:1, so you'll have a great opportunity to get to know your faculty pretty well. We have 68 different majors here at SUNY Cortland. Some of our more popular programs include business economics, physical education, early childhood education, sport management, psychology, communications, and our undeclared major. The undeclared option is something I always like to mention because it's a really great opportunity for students who aren't quite sure what they want to do yet. That specific program will actually allow you 2 full years to explore different communities and work with an advisement and transition counselor to declare a major and determine what might be the best for you. We also offer 80 different clubs here on our campus. A lot of them do relate to our academic programs, but we also have different clubs for sport clubs, for dance, for Greek life. For those of you who don't know, Greek life does include our fraternities and sororities here at Cortland. You can join as many clubs as you want or as few clubs as you want. You can go to all the different events they're hosting. It's completely up to you as a student as to what you engage in. But the nice thing to know is if you check out that link on the bottom of this slide, you can see all the different opportunities we have here at SUNY Cortland. One thing to know is that if you do live more than 50 miles away from our campus, if you come in as a first-year student, we will require you to live on campus for 2 full years. And if you come in as a transfer student, you'll be required to live on for 1 full year. We house approximately 3,300 students across 17 different residence halls. All of those residence halls can be viewed via photos on our website. So you can see what all of them look like, get a better idea of what they might be like. And then more specifically, we offer walkthrough tours, so video walkthrough virtual tours of 3 of those residence halls. Those 3 would be Alger Hall, Glass Tower Hall, and Fitzgerald Hall. That's something you can definitely check out. And if you head to that website and you head to their specific page, you'll be able to find that information. So for any students who are interested in athletics, we do have something for everyone. We offer 25 different Division III varsity teams. If you are interested in playing on one of those teams, I definitely recommend reaching out to the coach. If you're not quite sure that you want to play at that level, but you still want to play a sport, we offer 36 different sport club teams. Those teams are all walk-on tryouts, and depending on the specific team will depend on how many spaces are available. Those clubs do range from gymnastics to ultimate frisbee to rugby, so we have quite a lot of options for our students. And then within your first 2 weeks here at Cortland, there'll be an information session on all of those different sport clubs. And then last but not least, I like to mention our intramural opportunities. The intramural opportunities are kind of more for fun, but they can get a little bit competitive. Those specific opportunities do range from a semester-long type event or a one-night event. So depending on the specific sport you're interested in and the type of event you're interested in will depend on what's being offered. And then another thing to know is you can come in with your full team, so you could play with your friends, or you could go in as a free agent and play on whatever team we place you on. And then last but not least, I like to mention our Student Life Center. So our Student Life Center does have approximately 2,500 students who will use it every day. That specific building is our recreational facility. It has 2 full floors of exercise equipment. It has an indoor pool, an indoor hot tub. It has a bouldering wall. It has a multi-use course in it. It has an arcade area. So there's a lot to do within that one area. And it's definitely something I'd recommend checking out, whether it's online or in person. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about today is just our first year admissions criteria. So if you are considering applying to SUNY Cortland, definitely be thinking about the coursework you've taken in high school. When we're reviewing your application, we do specifically look at your transcript, and that does include the coursework that you've taken. So we look for 4 years of English and social studies, 3 to 4 years of math, science, and foreign language. And then just so you know, we like to see Regents level coursework or higher. So for math, that's typically up until about Algebra 2. And then for science, that tends to be bio, earth science, chemistry, physics, those types of sciences. Something else we do look at is specifically your GPA and the grades you've gotten in those courses. The mid 50% of a GPA that we've accepted is about an 86 to 92 unweighted. We do like to see your grades in the core courses reflect that GPA as well. Something else to know is that we were test optional for this past year. We have not yet quite announced what our plan is for next year, but my recommendation is that if you have an opportunity to take the SAT or ACT, you definitely sign up for that. It's definitely something that's better to have and not need than to need and not have. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Feel free to reach out with any questions. That's my contact info, and I'll also put it in the chat. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And so that wraps up our panels to talk a little bit about what each school has to offer individually. And I'd like to shift gears and talk a little bit more about a quick Q&A session to get a feel about what these different colleges have in terms of advice for y'all going forward. So we'll start off with SUNY Morrisville. And the question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Great, that's a good question. What I would recommend is, it's a little difficult now, but campuses are slowly starting to open up to in-person visits. I would recommend definitely looking at the college, look to see how far away it is from home, and you'll get an overall feel of what that college is like, and it should be the right fit. And it's a good feeling. You'll get that vibe. So my recommendation would be definitely to visit each campus to help you make your decision.
Absolutely. And Lisa, just to go off of that point, it's really nice that you guys have this virtual environment where you can kind of get that feel, but it's nothing compared to being on campus.
Right.
Thank you for that. Next up, we have SUNY Fulton-Montgomery Community College.
Sure. Yep. I would say focus on the college and also the career, right? So a lot of times we choose a broad major, possibly, and maybe don't exactly know where it could lead. And you've got a lot of great schools here that have some great careers afterwards. So try and talk with family or friends, or if you've got an idea in mind, and really see what that career is, and make sure it be a good fit for you. Make sure the career prospects will be good in the future for it when you graduate, because that can go a long way to helping you maybe not come back for another degree in the future, which we all see a lot here. So definitely look at the careers.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Daniel. Next up, we have SUNY Farmingdale State College.
So my advice for somebody that's going through the college application process would be to review the cost, the size, and location of the school that you're looking to attend. You want to make sure that you can afford the school, that the location's in an optimal spot. Not that's like if you're a student that lives on the shore, then if you're going to be landlocked, is that something that's going to affect you? Also, the size. If you're a student that comes from a school with small class sizes, how are you going to feel if you're in a very large classroom setting? So I would consider those, and then also like Daniel was talking about from SUNY Fulton, is that you want to look at the outcomes. What are some outcomes of these careers and these majors, and what are you going to get out of your experience from that school? So it's going to take a little bit more legwork on your end because we are remote and virtual, but we have college fairs that you can attend and learn a little bit more about the schools.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Next up, we have SUNY Delhi.
The advice I would give is definitely start cultivating relationships with those admissions counselors while you're in high school, working with your school counselor to identify those schools, reaching out. Most schools record the interactions that we have with students. So it's a good way to show interest, and it can help kind of push your application along. And we can also be advocates for you if you're applying for a competitive program. So definitely create that relationship and just be more than a name on an application.
Thank you, Abigail. And then last up, we have SUNY Cortland.
Yeah, so my advice would definitely be to actually step foot on the campus, right? So you want to make sure that it's going to be the right feel for you. The different videos and photos that you might see are typically a good representation of the college, but you won't get that feel of what the campus is actually like. So go visit if you can, even if it's just a self-guided tour. And then I would definitely recommend reaching out. I know a lot of my colleagues have said this already, but we're here to help. Typically, we also have more information than you might be able to find on our websites. So definitely reach out to us because we definitely want to help you. And we also want to make sure that you're successful in your application process.
Awesome. Thank you for our panelists for that advice. And I hope that you all are getting a feel of the fact that you're not alone in this process and that it is a process. So own it as best as possible. The next question is actually really fun, and it's one that I really enjoy asking our colleges that are here on campus. And again, we'll go in the same order. So SUNY Morrisville, can you let us know what is a favorite event or tradition that happens on campus?
Yeah, we have what's called Mustang Weekend. So we're the Mustangs, Morrisville Mustangs. And Mustang Weekend is, it's where we invite our parents, it's where we have our alumni. We usually have like a big football game. So it's usually at the beginning of October, and it's usually peak where the leaves are all changed and it's beautiful. And that's usually like our homecoming game, and we'll play a big football game, and there's a carnival that goes out, and it's in the parking lot. So there's all these different carnival rides. There's usually like a food and a picnic that connects the community as well. And there's car shows, there's they have plant shows and where you could actually buy different types of plants. We have a lot of different things going on campus. It's usually very active. There's music being pumped throughout the whole campus. We have our radio station that's out there. So it's usually a really, really nice sunny day, thank goodness. And we don't always win our football game. Sometimes we do, that's just a bonus. But yep, it's called Mustang Weekend. So it's one of our favorites for the, something that we look forward to. Hopefully we can do it this fall.
Absolutely. That's definitely something to look forward to whenever you're on campus. Next up, we have SUNY Fulton-Montgomery Community College.
All right, I'll keep it traditional, and something I've been missing, and I'm sure all of us have, is that on-campus graduation. Ours is at Proctor's Theater, and us being in admissions, you see everybody come in, and you might see some as tour guides, but you don't always get to see everybody that you've accepted until maybe that graduation day, and you remember everybody again. And it really is good to see that the ending point, because all of us got to see kind of the beginning. So yeah, graduation would be my favorite. Thanks.
Yeah, no, thank you, Daniel. Next up, we have SUNY Farmingdale State College.
So my favorite event or tradition on campus is open house at Farmingdale State College. It's a really great opportunity for students to learn about the programs and all of the faculty and offices are available to answer any questions that students have. We actually have one coming up April 18th. It's a virtual open house for now, but it's a great way to talk to and have that relationship with faculty. Learn a little bit about some internship opportunities, some job opportunities, some outcomes, because it gets students excited for all of the possibilities. So I think that definitely open house is probably my favorite.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. Next up, we have SUNY Delhi.
Rather than talk about an event, I'm going to talk more about a time of year. So Delhi is located in the Catskill Mountains, and we have a really stunning view of the mountains. And we actually line a particular spot of campus with Adirondack chairs. Most of our students actually spend their time doing their homework and studying there. So the fall is my favorite time of year because the campus is absolutely captivating.
Yeah, that sounds incredibly beautiful to see. And then last up, we have SUNY Cortland.
So my favorite event on campus is Cortica. It is a tradition that has existed at Cortland for quite some time. Cortica is our annual football game against Ithaca. It's this massive tradition where our campus pretty much sells out all tickets. Students go watch the game, they root for SUNY Cortland. The specific Cortland pride really comes out then. So the Red Dragon pride, students are always excited. They're always visible on campus. That typically happens in the fall. So that's my favorite tradition.
Awesome, thank you. So it seems like we have enough time for one more question. And I do want to give enough time for everyone to answer it. And this is kind of similar to the last one, but a little bit more about what is that hidden gem or that hidden fact that no one knows about your college. So for SUNY Morrisville, can you give us an interesting fun fact about your school?
Yeah, so we're in the state of New York, and we are about 2 minutes from the geographical center of the state. So we're right in the heart of the state. So that's nice. We got a little sign that says the geographical center of New York State.
Super cool. Next up, we have SUNY Fulton-Montgomery Community College.
I'll just give that our mascot's the Raiders. So I didn't bring that up in the presentation, or you would have saw the guy if I shared the screen, but we're the Raiders. So there you go.
Awesome. And then next up is SUNY Farmingdale State College.
So a lot of students don't really know where we're located. We're located on Long Island. It's very close to the beach and New York City. So I would say that's my fun fact.
Best of both worlds there. Next up is SUNY Delhi.
Most of what you see and do on campus is run by the students. I like to think it's a student-run campus. So we have a lot of gazebos and architecture that is actually designed and created by our students. Our restaurant is run by our students. Our students work on staff and faculty cars. So you're very involved in providing back to the community as a student.
Awesome. And then to wrap this conversation up, SUNY Cortland.
Yeah, so I'll kind of change it up a bit. Our fun fact is that our Red Dragon, our mascot is a red dragon, and we actually share that with SUNY Oneonta. So we share a mascot in a way.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. I do want to take a quick second and thank our panelists for being here and sharing so much information about their fantastic institutions, and for our audience as well, for taking the time to understand a little bit about the options that are available to you. With that being said, I'd like to close it off with a couple of remarks to let you know that once you close this window, there's going to be a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you could provide. Also, this is one of many sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for more. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this recording at stripescan.com/CASDANY. So thank you so much for joining us, y'all, and have a great evening.